Hello everybody, it's Joy here from the Suburban Homestead, and I'm trying something new today. I will show you what it is. It's this little clippy thing that my friend Claire, Moxie Claire, hello everybody, thanks for joining. This is like a cool little clip thing. You can clip it in your car or wherever it holds your phone, because for some reason on my Samsung Galaxy Note 2, Periscope won't let me turn, or maybe it's not Periscope, whatever. My phone won't turn when you do that double tap thing. So I'm going to set it up here for a few minutes, and then we'll move around the kitchen as I need to. So what I have here also is I have my compost bowl. I want to make sure everybody knows when anything that we have that's veggie, that's not cooked, we put in the compost bowl, and we give it to our chickens, or we compost it to make new dirt. Today I'm freezing okra that I grew in the garden, and I do a lot of these videos about how to cook from the garden and how to prepare. We'll do canning ones. I'm actually going to learn how to pickle too, but today I'm in a hurry, and so I looked online, and I also can't always see people. I'm really sorry. Simple Life, hi! I'm going to try to cut and look at the screen. I'm not sure if that's possible. But you can see how we just cut the ends off of these okra. And like I was saying, I'm in a hurry today, so I thought I'd go ahead and show you how to freeze the okra and why you would want to freeze okra and have it freeze. Ah, hey Claire! Clary Bear, you know, I was gonna pickle these, but we're in a hurry today, so we're just gonna go ahead and look at that knife. It's a serious knife. That's not. It is old rust, but it is clean, everybody. Anyhow, okay, so we freeze it like this so that you can use it in, for instance, gumbo, or if you like to fry your okra, which most of America eats their okra fried, you could I know, it is beautiful. You could put the breading on here, cornmeal or whatever breading you want, and you can freeze it in little bags after you put it on a cookie sheet. But we don't do a lot of frying around here. Who dat gal? Hello. We don't do a lot of frying around here, so I'm mostly doing this to use in gumbos and to use in what we call okra stew. Oh, yum. I just had that for lunch too. Hey from Nola, how are ya? Gumbo, exactly. Hello. And I did read somewhere that you don't use the filet when you have okra. So I guess the filet is supposed to be used maybe in winter, but guess what? I have so much okra, I may never have to use filet again. I can use fresh okra. Thank you, that girl. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm learning. So the other thing I do is okra stew. It's a southern thing where I put chopped onions. I put either canned tomatoes, or if you have fresh tomatoes, you can chop them up and you just basically stew them. It's like you cook it maybe 15 or so minutes, and we use it as a side dish. Hi, Felicia. Okay, so Claire, you may have missed that I'm using this super cool new little thing that you told me about. My little holder. Yeah, I finally got it. Anyway, let me just chop a few more. It's not complicated. Oh, great with Italian sausage. Yeah, the okra stew. Exactly. Okay, so here, I can't see you right now just for a second. So I'll just tell you that I'm cutting the okra. We're going to put it into little pieces. And a little bit about me, Joy from the Suburban Homestead. We are new homesteaders in our house that we've been here for about a year. And we are starting permaculture gardens, backyard chickens, and apparently I have a pond now that is pretty happy. It used to be pretty murky. So stay tuned for lots of videos about composting and chickens and how to eat the food you grow. Thank you, Claire. Okay, I'm back. I can see now. Okay. Oh, I have my sound on. I hope that doesn't affect y'all. Let me make sure. Okay, so following here would be like Facebook, would be the Suburban Homestead. You can find us on Pinterest. Of course, you're on Periscope, so slide up and to the right, or just slide to the right if you have an iPhone, and you can follow us. We do lots of cool scopes. So let's get back to the okra. You chop it up. You have your water boiling already. Be careful, peeps. Boiling water is kind of dangerous. 3 minutes. So let's set the timer. Okay, and you plop this in. I think you would want to do it gently so it doesn't splash back up on you. Let me stand back. Ah! It's so hard to do things one hand excited. Look at jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Okay, close enough. So you do this for 3 minutes, time. Okay, then once it's all in, hang on, I'm going to try to get the rest of this in. These are awesome bowls that I have had forever, and they're quite heavy. I can't use the stand over here because then I'm constantly moving the stand around. But I will use the stand later. Okay, so it's going to boil for 3 minutes. When I looked up on Pinterest today, I think you can do this with a lot of veggies. The difference is, go ahead and do your Google searches in case you have a glut of tomatoes or green beans or any other kind of things you want to boil and freeze. Maybe even corn. I guess, what do you buy in the freezer? Lima beans, things like that. Each type of veggie has a different time. So this is just okra, 3 minutes on here. Glut. That is the technical term. It's an actual word I did not make up. It means when you have a lot of something from your garden that you weren't expecting. I know, it's a total homestead term. So then we're going to go over, oh, hang on. Let's just do this. Okay, we're going to take this bowl. I'm trying to get you to focus on the bowl so you don't get dizzy. We're going to walk in here to my super cool front room to get some ice from my freezer. This is my new full-size freezer, and we have a full-size fridger because on the homestead, you really just need extra stuff. You can't preserve things. Hang on, I'm going to stop talking while I do this real quick. Hang on, don't leave. We're almost there. I'm just getting ice for the ice water bath because when that timer goes off, we're gonna dunk it. I did stuff. Well, on the homestead, getting back to that, you need a space to put your gluts. Your gluts. Look at this is only batch 1, Claire. And here, like this is another glut. Black-eyed peas that I haven't taken the time to de-shell or shell, however you call it. All right. So there's all sorts of things we need storage space for. Okay, so you got ice. Now we need some cold water. Let's go over to my fancy new 47 seconds, people. I better hurry. Okay, we're going over to the full-size fridger. We cook a lot here. We eat leftovers. We don't let things go to waste. I'll tell you later why I have this weird stuff in my fridge. Okay, so we're putting cold water in here because we want an ice bath. And then after you do the ice bath for 3 minutes, then you can take the cooked okra and you can put it into Ziploc bags and just throw it in your freezer. And again, if you happen to fry your okra later, you can boil this, then put it in the ice bath for the 3 minutes. Then, if you were frying, you could bread it, a cornmeal or whatever your preference is for breading. Put it onto a cookie sheet and freeze it like that. I don't fry my okra. I know that's really weird. It's 3 minutes to boil the okra. Thanks, sweet and spicy lass. Then it is 3 minutes in the ice bath. Let's get our colander. Oh, still have a few little things in there. Okay, so I'm going to do more than one batch. So as slow as this may seem, I'm going to actually spoon it out because I want to preserve this water. I'm all about preserving things and not wasting. All right, let's quickly. This is going to make a little mess on my counter, so it is what it is. And look at that. Do you see that? We were like, huh, that's interesting. It's called blanching. This is the slime from the okra. It is not water. It's so weird. But here's one of the advantages of having frozen okra in your freezer, because when you go to do your gumbo or your okra stew or your fried gumbo, a little bit of this natural slime, it doesn't mean it's bad, it's how okra is in case you've never had okra. The natural slime will already be kind of bowled out. So, oh, look at that fun one that looks like a star. Oh, that's cute. I bet it tastes good too. Anyway, so that's just another little interesting thing. If you're eating fresh okra and you don't like this slimy thing, number one, I've never eaten boiled okra fresh. We don't boil our okra. We stew it in the tomato juices. But I also will do like a little quickie pan fry on fresh okra, and I will throw a little bit of vinegar in there. Sounds a little weird. And I've never boiled okra like this, and I'm having a little interesting moment with this because it's gotten very viscous with the slime. Huh. Okay. Now, let's talk about why we boil it real quick. You boil it so that it stays green. This is just like a flash freeze in the store. If you went to buy okra or corn or like a mixed veggies, that's a famous kind of frozen veggie that you would buy from any grocery store. They do this kind of thing where they boil it in huge batches and then they flash freeze it. Now, I don't have a flash freezer, but we're not also going to sell this. It's going to be fine. I think the flash freeze may preserve the color a tad better, but you know, we do what we can. Okay, once you have it in your colander, most likely you wouldn't let the slime be on your counter, but I didn't plan ahead well because this is my first time ever. Plop it into the ice bath, and this keeps it, or gets it from cooking. Now look, I don't have enough water in there. See that? All right, so let me get some more cold water. Come with. Okay, so I have more cold water in here. Haha. Some things I planned for better than others. You can just pour it right over here. The idea is we're stopping it from cooking. I also think that sometimes I do things and I have the periscope going and I think I'm real confident that I can do this, but it's harder to do things around the house while you're videoing, even with a holder. This is 3 minutes. So to recap, we washed the okra that was fresh. We cut it. We boiled it in just plain old water. We're a low sodium household here, so we just did plain old water. It's called blanching. It's to preserve the color and the texture of the okra. However, it also gets rid of some of the slime. This is not just water. See how long it's taking to drain that? After we boil for 3 minutes, we take it out. You could dump it in a colander rather than spoon it, and then put it into an ice bath for 3 more minutes. Then we are going to, look, I'm zooming out. We're going to take some kind of bags or containers. I've seen on Pinterest where people use containers that they stack, or they use bags. What will I do with the water I save? Well, I can tell you that normally when I have leftover boiled water, I pour them on ants to kill them dead. But since this has the okra slime in it, I'm not really sure if that is okay, because I don't want to draw more ants since it's got okra slime in it. It could have some of the sugars in it still, or the proteins or whatever okra has in it. I'm just making that up too, if you noticed. Hey, if y'all want to comment or ask questions, go ahead and follow us. Swipe to the right to follow, or if you're on a Samsung like me, I think you have to swipe up and then to the right. You can ask some questions. So anyhow, that's pretty much it. I will take these and I'll put them in the bags, and then I will take them and put them in my freezer. And this is the perfect size for a family of 3 to make 1 okra stew, or to have a portion for gumbo. And then again, if you fry your okra, you would put it on, you would bread it, and you would layer it in 1 layer, solid layer, just flat. And then you would freeze it on the cookie sheet so they're not all glopped together. And then after they're frozen, you would go back and you can put them into a bag like that. And you could actually put them in a really large bag if you're a big fryer. That way you can just take out what you need each time. So that's pretty much it. That's how you boil okra to save it. We're not boiling it to eat like this. It seems like you could eat it, sure, like this, but it probably wouldn't be very tasty. And then what I'll do next week is I will learn how to pickle this stuff. And I also noticed today when I loaded my Periscope videos onto YouTube and on, help me here, that thing, Pinterest, that my how to harvest okra video didn't really do very well. It was pixelated. So I'll do another video to talk about, when do you pick okra and what size it has to be, things like that. And then last but not least, we do not just talk about okra. We talk about whatever is growing at that moment. That's the beauty of the homestead. So if we have herbs growing, or if we have tomatoes growing, or if we have cantaloupes, look. Whatever we have, we will tell you how we grew it, how to pick it, how to harvest it, how to fix it, how to preserve it. Yeah, thanks, Claire. Anyhow, these are passion fruits we're growing. They look like they're rotten when they're squishy like this, but it actually means they're ready. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I will load these again up onto our Facebook page and YouTube, because it's only live here for like a day, and we would just love to keep up with you and help you with your little garden or homestead. Love you too. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to follow us wherever you normally go on social media to find helpful tips. That way you can always stay in touch with us. Okay, bye-bye. If I can stop it, bye-bye. Maybe we'll be here forever. Who knows?